Hey there, my name is John Suscovich, and here on the YouTube channel we are talking about farm marketing solutions. And today, if you're a beef producer, if you're a turkey producer, if you're a pork producer, if you're even maybe, I don't know, do they make chicken hot dogs? We're going to talk about hot dogs on today's consumer review and talk about how these people have picked up something that, there's a reason why I bought this at the store. There's a claim on the package that I'm going to share with you momentarily that triggered my little spidey senses that made me want to purchase this, and we're going to dive into that in today's video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, hot dogs, and the reason why I do this is because that I can buy hot dogs and eat them and claim it all as a business expense because I'm talking about it here on YouTube, and just quite frankly, I love hot dogs. Now in today's video, we're going to break it down into three different sections. We're going to talk about the packaging itself, what it looks like, what I noticed on the store, what stood out to me, and then my relationship with this product. We're going to talk about the claim that was made up in the corner, and I don't want to give it away yet before we jump into it, and we're going to break down that claim a little bit, and then we're going to go to your takeaways. If you are a producer, you know, if you're a consumer and you're buying this product, you'll get that from the beginning part of the video. If you're a producer and you're selling hot dogs, or if you're selling quite any farm product, there are some good takeaways for how I've marketed stuff in the past, how I've tailored my conversations with certain demographics, certain people, certain customers, and just ways where you can improve the conversations that you have with your customers based off of what you can see that the other guys are doing successfully, maybe out in the marketplace. If they are doing it and they continue doing it, you know it's successful. If they're doing it and you notice it for a little while and it goes away, then it's something that they tried and it maybe just didn't work out. And then at the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get your questions featured here on YouTube and detail out how all of that works. But you got to stay tuned to the very end of the video, or just skip ahead. I don't know, whatever you want to do. This is YouTube and it's the Wild West. So let's dive into the beginning. Now, packaging reviews. We're looking at this package of hot dogs, and on its face, there are ways where just the colors is the first thing that stand out to me. If you have, say we talked about eggs in past videos. If you have your simple generic egg carton and it's all monochromatic, where it's like two colors and nothing stands out at you, it's bad graphic design where you don't know where to focus first and all the information kind of blurs into one thing, and you really have to hunt out what you want to find. Now, in this package of hot dogs, I mean, this is hot dogs. Like, everybody knows the color of hot dogs, the color, the shape, the texture, the taste of it. Here, the first thing I see is that the big red stands out. The blue is a cooler color, and that's going to fade into the background. The blue contrasting with the white is something that I can't read as easily. I'm going to have to dig into, and that's where they buried their nutrition claims, health claims, ingredients, all the things that you have to have on the package. And while you have to have it, they've managed to push that to the background by putting it into a cool color. Cool colors fade to the back. Warmer colors tend to move towards the front in design. And that warm color of that hot dog, because it's the largest element, it's very easy to see. If you weren't going to see this side of the package and you were seeing this side of the package, that hot dog comes out to me first. Now, with that hot dog, natural uncured beef hot dog, natural. Where natural is like, what is natural? That term has been taken, wrung out, stepped on, driven over by semis, and it means almost nothing nowadays. So they've taken that, and I understand that it's natural, but like, aren't all things natural? Like, what is natural? There's no technical definition for natural. But what stands out to me next, the first color that we see on any piece of advertising generally is yellow. 100% grass-fed, pasture-raised beef. When I'm looking for stuff, I'm looking for pasture-raised. I want animals that eat grass or capturing sunshine. We're converting sunshine into protein to feed my hyperactive YouTube video making persona. So grass-fed, to me, that stands out right away, aside from the all-natural hot dog claim. up above. So I already call BS on the natural, but all right, grass-fed, I'm pretty interested. Now they have different weighted fonts over the front of this to say no antibiotics ever. Applegate humanely raised with a little asterisk, and I'm sure there's some more explanation for that somewhere. And the Applegate as a company I haven't dug into, and I know there's a lot of greenwashing in the beef community, and I invite you right now to leave a comment on this video if you know more about the Applegate company, Applegate Naturals. I've purchased stuff from them in the past. It's generally the safer choice of what I have here at my stores, but our current administration did away with country of origin labeling, so I don't know where this beef is coming from. It could be all American, and I don't know, but I don't see anything on here on my packaging to where this beef actually came from, and that's something that you're going to want to dig into. If you're trying to place product in a store and you're a local producer, you're going to want to say, hey, I know you have XYZ company. We're not going to single out Applegate because maybe it's all American owned. I don't know. But hey, I'm actually local. I am produced in America. I can produce this product regularly. Can you give me shelf space? And then you negotiate with your local supermarket or whatever you're trying to get into based off of the claims that you can make based off of what you are actually doing. But that is just a whole other tangent that we were just talking about the design here. So I want to go with grass-fed. I'm looking for something that's natural, humanely raised. It's got some product information on it. We won't go into the recipes and stuff, but we're going to go up to this top corner here, and we have non-GMO project verified and then Whole30 approved. We're going to skip over GMOs because that's its whole other topic and something that maybe I'll have a video on in the future, and go right into the Whole30 approved. That's something new to me, something personal, and something we're going to dig into right now in this section of the video. All right, so we get into this Whole30 thing, and what is Whole30? Now, my personal story with this, my older brother just recently went through a Whole30, and as my understanding in general is that you're taking away sugar, alcohol, and processed foods for 30 days. It started by this lady as a dare, and I read some of the backstory that you would get rid of processed foods, sugars, and alcohol for a month. And it's like you agreed to do well for your body and create new habits. And the whole idea is that you're getting rid of this stuff. You're seeing how good you feel. There's a community that is supports this whole ideal. This whole 30 thing is like this whole other area of the internet that I didn't even know existed until my older brother did this Whole30, dropped a couple pounds, felt really great. I was totally into it, and I love him, and I think that's amazing. And when I went to the Whole30.com, which is on the, this is Whole30.com is on somebody else's product, and I don't know if they collaborated to get that advertising on there, and if there's any money involved, or if they're just using it strictly as a marketing tactic, but it has their website on it, so it was easy for me to go and sign in and say, oh, Whole30, I'm trying to eat natural and grass-fed, I'm trying to be healthier, that's the demographic that I fit into. I find this website, and then we find that there's podcasts, books, Whole30 approved foods, a forum, meal plans, coaches, mamas, binga, binga, binga. They have sections of the website, like the above the fold here is very busy, but it helps sort the audience very quickly into different funnels. Welcome to Whole30. What would you like to do? I'm ready to do it. Help me with meal planning and recipes. Review the program rules. I am Whole30. What is life like after I've done Whole30? So they've captured all the different slices of their demographics with this diet. And that, to me, that it's good marketing, it's good meal plan. They're promoting a diet that's seemingly healthier by choice. It's something that Kate and I do. It's why I obsess over the products that I buy, and I make these videos on YouTube, is because I'm very conscious of what I'm putting in my body, because food is fuel and food is medicine, and what you put into your body is what you're going to eventually get out of your body. You can do this all the time, like diet, exercise, and the most important one, rest, is what you should be doing all the time if you want to live a long, happy, healthy lifestyle. It comes with some compromises and some investment, but hopefully you live a healthier, happier, more pain-free life by diet, exercise, and rest. And Whole30 apparently is one of those things that can offer that to you. Now, if you are a farmer, we're going to get into, in the last section of this video, what are the takeaways from this packaging if you are trying to market your farm products. So say you're a farmer and you are trying to market your hot dogs or your chicken or your vegetables or your honey or whatever it is that you're trying to market. Finding people who would value what you have to offer and what lifestyles they live and what type of diets they are into is valuable to your marketing. It could be, and I wrote some of these down, the Whole30 diet. It could be the carnivore diet where you're eating like just meat and animal products. Paleo, keto, primal, vegan, vegetarian. Obviously doesn't work really well with hot dogs, but finding people who, getting into the mind of your consumer, your customer, and figuring out how they live their life, what is troubling them. Do they feel unhealthy and they feel like they're pushed to one of these diets? Are they considering trying the Whole30 because it's the latest fad diet that is up and coming? It's since 2009, so it's not really up and coming. It's been around for 11 years, I guess. But finding these types of diets, where do these people hang out? Do they go to certain types of gyms? Do they go to certain types of health clubs? Is there something you can do to network with Weight Watchers and apply how many points? You could say, I'm raising a pasture-raised chicken and it costs this many points on Weight Watchers. And maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not a rich enough demographic, maybe it is. Looking for the right people to buy your stuff and then market, say, hey, I've learned the rules of these diets and my food that I'm producing fits in with these rules, and you might capture more audience that way. Also, then you can take that information and go into Facebook groups and first go in and listen. Say you go to a Whole30 Facebook group for your area, Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Austin, Texas, or San Diego, California, or Kent, Connecticut, and you find a local group who is doing Whole30 and everybody's supporting each other. Go in and listen and watch and see where the questions are. Don't go in and say, hey, you're a Whole30 group and I think my product is really good and you should try it, because everyone's going to be like, you're spamming it, and then the moderator is going to shut you down. But if you become active and engaged and develop a relationship with that community, you'll be able to say, oh, I know you were trying to source more responsible protein, more responsible vegetables. Here, did you know that I actually grow this? I'm a farmer in the area, and you develop relationships with those people. You don't need 100,000 customers. You need 100 customers who are going to give you $1,000 a year for food. You know, like that's going to get you 100,000. You know, it's not 1,000 customers. I would rather have 100 customers that I can manage that give me $1,000 a year than 1,000 customers a year that I have difficulty managing that give me $100 a year, because you're going to work harder for the one than the other. After you've convinced people and you get them to keep coming back and buying again, that return customer is easier for you to manage than keep, you know, really pulling and beating the pavement and working really hard for every single sale. You're going to burn yourself out. Trust me, I've been there. And it is better to create those raving fans, have that relationship, and tailor your marketing and your product to the people who need it the most. Whew, I hope that all made sense. It felt pretty good when it was coming out. Now, I have two plugs here at the end. If you are somebody who is well-versed and you have an internet presence in these type of alternative diets and you would like to do some guest blog posting on my website, reach out to me. There's an Ask Me Anything form or a contact on my website, farmmarketingsolutions.com. And I would like you to tailor some content. If I can't find somebody, I'm just going to do it. It's just going to take longer because I'm a busy dude. But I would like to tailor some content on how somebody who's trying to sell grass-fed protein would be able to tailor their marketing to somebody who is targeting Whole30, paleo, keto, and how all of that fits in together. And it has to be science-based, and you have to have some experience with it. And I'm going to vet those people. I don't let people into my house without a thorough vetting process. The other one is if you want your questions answered here on YouTube, I am gearing up for some Ask Me Anything sessions where I can pull up some pictures here on my handy screen and help answer your questions about chickens, about marketing, about starting a farm, about pasture management, about the topics that I know about most. If I don't fit that topic, I will write back to you and say, hey, I don't know if this is a good fit. I appreciate you taking the time to write in. Here's a resource that I think might be able to help you. But if you want your question answered, I'm currently going through my catalog, my archive of people who have written in so far, and setting up some content for the weeks to come, and I would love to hear from you. Other than that, enjoy your day, enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, whatever the time of week it is that you're watching this. And until next time, I will see you out in the field.